Welcome to another episode of the Center Circle Podcasts. Nigeria's number one podcast when it comes to anything football. As always, without the shadow of a doubt, it's me once again, your boy Patrick, hosting this. I'm here today with Little Giant, as always, once again. I'm here with my boy Chooks, and we know they do this podcast if Chappie Chase no day. Chappie Chase, this is your episode, bro. This is your episode. As far as I'm concerned, I am co-hosting this with you, right? The real host of today's Center Circle podcast. It's my bro Chappie Chase.
Don't put me on the spot, please.
It's my bro Chappie Chase. AKA Cap. Chappie Chase.
AKA Coffee Chase.
AKA Cap Lord.
AKA just put only the cap.
You guys are about to set me
Bro,
up.
I want Cap today
Set me up.
to represent, bro. But anyway, don't worry.
No, just like I always say, there's been an agenda around here. So if there's anything that comes up against me or against my team, you
No
just
weapon
understand.
fashioned
I'm
against
just putting
you.
this out there so everyone
No
knows.
problem, bro.
You
You
understand?
explain to us and the audience whether it was our agenda
Not to me or the audience.
that made certain things start to happen. But before we touch on that, let's quickly just breeze through something that's happening in the Premier League right now. Now, Premier League clubs are voting now to put in place a spending cap. Now, from what I'm told, this spending cap will not affect the amount of money that teams can spend on buying players and transfers. It's going to affect more about what teams can spend by way of paying player salaries. So that's something that they're talking about. There's been a vote, and I think that majority of the Premier League clubs are in favor. I don't know. What is there to be said? What you guys think? I think that it can be. Look, I want to say my own opinion. I'm going to leave it to you guys. Different people have their own opinions because there's some small clubs or traditionally small clubs who they need to be able to spend more money on paying players if they want to compete better. I'm talking your Nottingham Forest or maybe your Leeds or teams like that, your Luton Towns who may need to spend the extra bit of cash so that they can get players that they can compete. For me, I think it's an awesome thing that is a spending cap because in the Premier League, you have talentless, poor mental strength, whatever type players like Marcus Rashford earning £400,000 per week to be crying on the internet every other day playing for that football club. So I think it's, for me, 100%, I'm all for the spending cap. But I want to get what you guys feel about it, though.
All right, then, welcome. This is the Center Circle podcast. On a fresh month like this, I would like to say that it's football is business. Business is hinged on market forces of demand and supply. And age, talent has a growth trajectory. I will use players like Adam Johnson, who moved to City. What City will price him for from his club is why he will leave.
But why did you use Adam Johnson?
I'm coming. There are trajectories. I will use other people.
Okay.
Frank Lampard was captain of Aston Villa when he moved to Chelsea. He is moving West Ham. Thank you. He is moving because of universal theories in economic mobility of labor. Raheem Sterling moved from Liverpool to Man City and is back at Chelsea. There is something motivating, inspiring, or compelling, or triggering the move. So I tell people we may not admit it. We may be looking at the Zinedine Zidane of today in Kevin De Bruyne. I believe when Kaká won World Footballer of the Year, he never played what this De Bruyne has played. But possibly at the time, he was a standout player in that season. So when De Bruyne was in Chelsea, or Salah, the endless, improving yourself, delivering more results, you will be as we are talking, there is an Mbappe in the market, possibly Lautaro Martinez, Victor Osimhen. The fact that they are on the shelf, let's speak, is that there are suitors competing.
Willing to pay over what
Yes,
they are paying.
and so the player will evaluate what is on offer, what are the environmental conditions, An Englishman, for instance, being sought by Man City, may want to stay in England and always make his national team call up at that high amount. Surprisingly, than moving to a Madrid, as did Beckham or McManaman. So I think whatever the laws says, it should be down to what, let me use that word, a club can fork out for a player. Because when Chelsea, Malaga, Man City dropped that toga of small club to become big club, Newcastle, it is that big cash you will use to lure the kind of player you will use to compete for that your new status. So I don't know. It's not a disfavor to, in quote, people at Nottingham Forest or even from the lower division. What division was Nemanja Vidic when he moved to Man United? Wherever you are, if you are visible, you are doing well, sometimes nobody even knows you. There was this guy from Leeds, he's at Barcelona as a winger. I think it's Rafinha. He came from somewhere, but your talent, that's why I mentioned Adam Johnson. Your talent will stand you out, and in that low place you are, cash and suitors will come for you. So you cannot put a roof to what talent can do. It's going to be a big argument. And take it from me as I round up, it will be for and against to whom it may concern.
Well, I think there should be a formal explanation about the. I think that statement about the whole payment cap and everything, I think it's just like the headline. They should have a sub headline or explanation about how it is going to be implemented.
Yeah, just a little bit of the details.
Okay.
So the cap is not, it's not a fixed figure per se. It's
a
more
range.
Yeah, it's a range relative to how much the club generates itself.
Okay,
So it's not a
it's
fixed
proportional.
Yes, it's not a fixed figure across all clubs. It's just out of the amount of money that you make as a football club, you cannot spend beyond this percentage on paying your playing staff.
Oh, okay. Then I think to me, I feel it is still a decision that needs to be thought thoroughly by all Premier League teams. And the reason I say this is because to me, if we have to look at it from a very broad angle, it is something where you look at it and you say, oh, okay, it is actually good for the game. It is good for the clubs, especially because I know the reason. I mean, if there's a new law that comes out and then all the whole Premier League teams are in support and they say, oh, yes, 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 let's do it that way. I mean, it is something that won't favor the players. We have to be honest. If a law comes out today and all the players say, yes, yes, implement it, and all the clubs are like, no, 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 then it is something that is leaning towards the favor of the players. So at the same time, I'm saying we have to make sure there is a bridge where both the players and the managers, the clubs, we have to say, oh, okay, if you're going to implement this law, where before you pay your players, you have to check your financial incomes. I mean, your whatever the team are bringing in,
TV rights.
yeah, TV rights and everything before you can pay the players. Then it will actually make a huge impact in bonuses of the players. Goal bonuses will go up because your weekly wages are actually different from bonuses. Most people don't know that. If you're being paid 100,000 per week, you can have bonuses. You can have bonuses like appearance bonuses. You can have goal bonuses. You can have assist bonuses. You can have
Even progresses you make.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah,
in cup and European
yes,
competitions.
exactly.
Yeah, true.
There's so much. So I think if they're going to chip down the amount they pay players weekly, I think it's going to make an effect, a great impact on bonuses. So I think it is still something the players will actually negotiate with it, and that's why I say most of these new laws, they just they just put it out there like, okay, this is what we want to do. There will be like some little topics, or there will be loopholes. God bless you. There'll be loopholes where you can't actually just let it go because they know with those loopholes, players can actually benefit from it. It's just like when the FFP came up and teams were not buying players ridiculous amounts. You understand? So what they do then was a club will go and meet the agent. It could be the parent of the player. They just give him some kind of money and they say, oh, take this, or you take this, or you take that. But we're going to sign this guy. On paper, it's going to be £10 million. But, I mean, I've given the parents like 70 million. I've given the former team 30 million. We all understand how Neymar was bought from Santos. We know how much Barcelona spent.
Tevez,
Exactly.
Mascherano.
So these are the things,
There were-
these are the loopholes where clubs and players, the likes,
exploit.
will actually exploit to make sure they get paid what they actually want. So I think it's a win-win somehow, sort of. Yes.
Really?
Okay. Let's quickly breeze through Champions League roundup. Champions League this season, like we have said multiple times. Surprises? I'm not sure. Do you really say surprises? I mean, look at the semifinals. We've got Bayern Munich, we've got Real Madrid, we've got maybe Dortmund, but then they're in there with PSG.
Even
So
PSG is a surprise.
Surprise.
Coming from the first
okay,
leg,
coming
they
from
didn't look like,
result based, yes.
they didn't look
yes.
like they will go through.
Yes, I agree with you. Bros, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, game with Champions League royalty. Those are that's royal blood. That's blue blood when it comes to European football.
They have reward value. That game.
Yes.
that
it has reward
that
value.
game,
Value.
that
Yeah.
game was, and it's. I want to get you guys like the thoughts, but watching the game, apart from just look, you get a kind of enjoyment when you watch a high octane, highly competitive game of football where these teams are competing to win
Highest level.
at the absolute highest level. The quality is there to show. If it's Man U playing in a game like this, you be seeing some amateurism going on. Real Madrid get the ball and they keep the ball. Bayern Munich get the ball and they keep the ball. When each side loses the ball, you see the defensive structure take shape. It's it's very, very thoroughly enjoyable to see. We also got some massive performances from Vinicius Jr., who now is the highest scoring Brazilian in the Champions League history. That is a feat. I'm sorry, let me say that again. Vinicius Jr. is currently now the highest scoring Brazilian player in Champions League history. Do you know the kind of talents we've got out of Brazil in world football?
Yeah.
De Lima Ronaldo, Ronaldinho,
Neymar.
Neymar,
Kaka.
Kaká,
Rivaldo.
Rivaldo,
Romario.
and you've got
Roberto.
yo.
Even in Arsenal, Gilberto Silva.
I think Brazil and France are probably, when it comes to developing football talent, nobody has blessed us more
Yes.
in the world.
I agree.
I would say two things. Vinny Jr., we should also look at numbers. He has not played as much as those he has eclipsed. De Lima did that in Barcelona, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, AC Milan. Vinny, I don't think he has played up to 4 years of Champions League football yet. So that tells you a high turnover consistency. There was Felipe Coutinho with Liverpool. He was a prodigy, nowhere near this. There was Ronaldinho. In his era, he was untouchable. He was peerless.
2 years undisputed best player
Yes.
in the world.
At the time, Messi, Ronaldo were at their peak, but you can be peaking and somebody is way, way ahead of you.
Even Adriano.
Yes, and he was awesome. Goals, midfield prowess. He was nowhere near Vini as we speak. So I think I'll give it to Vinicius. There are some people, I think the Vinicius himself also a factor. He has pigmented himself from being considered a Ballon d'Or winner in waiting with too many emotions and racist whatever. Otherwise, I would say from where I sit, I will give the Ballon d'Or to an Mbappe, Vini, and maybe Rodrigo, Kevin De Bruyne. I would say those are the 4. There could be others. Those are my top. So, and that tells me that Vini is up there. The guy is a workhouse. I think he survives on fuel. Doesn't drink water.
He's
Then for Bayern Madrid, if I want to go by logic, Bayern drew away at Arsenal 2-2. They went to Allianz Arena. They wrapped up 1-0. They progressed. So by logic, Madrid has drawn at Bayern
yes.
2-2. Logically, they should come to Santiago Bernabeu and wrap up. But they tell us football is like biscuit. You don't know where it will crack. So I would say that realistically, who is more hungry? I think it's Bayern Munich. Yes. Bayern Munich are on the brink of an embarrassing season. To salvage it is to deliver the Champions League. This is Bayern in 20 years winning almost 14 of the Bundesliga trophies, strolling to the title, peeping opponents, Bayern, Dortmund, Stuttgart, and then now Leverkusen. They are perennial kings in Germany. Again, who is hungry? Harry Kane. He's on an individual mission to prove that he is a trophy candidate, and he has his sights, barring one match, into the Champions League final. So everything is working well for Madrid. The setting is at the Santiago Bernabeu. That's a football cathedral. There is an Italian mafia, Don Carlo Ancelotti. He can pull the strings at home. But for these factors I'm saying, they should beware of the visiting Bayern. That's what I think.
Big point Little Giant just made, which I want you guys to touch on. Let me say this. Harry Kane has scored over 40 goals.
42 goals this season.
He scored 42
43
goals.
actually, 43.
And he was
games.
involved in the goals yesterday.
40, he was involved in goals yesterday. Scored one of the goals. Over 40-something goals this season. Like you guys rightly said, 43 goals this season. Harry Kane is Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, he's Tottenham Hotspur's highest goal scorer in their history.
Second highest goal scorer in Premier League too.
Second highest goal scorer in Premier League history, beating people like Wayne Rooney to that, and probably would have taken.
Rooney is the highest.
No.
Rooney. Alan Shearer is the highest.
Second
is Kane.
I think Kane has like 36 goals or 37 goals to overtake.
Now, here's the thing, right? Harry Kane goes to bed every night. Because here's the thing, right? Football is a game where 11v11, the team that outscores the other team in a 90-minute match win the game of football. And if you do that over the course of several competitions, at the end of the day, you somehow end up with trophies. You become champions. Harry Kane has never in his life been a champion. It must be eating him alive. And now he's in a Champions League semi-final.
And he's in good form. He's injury-free.
Injury-free, in good form, stepping up, right? Not shying away, not being lost, not, disappearing. Scoring against Real Madrid in a Champions League semi-final. I don't want to spend too much time on this. What do you think is going to, who's your pick? Real Madrid is in the balance. Who wants to go first?
For me, just for the pedigree of Real Madrid, right, and their history with the Champions League, I don't see Real Madrid falling short of what they can do, especially as the return leg is going to be played at the Santiago, right? That's not taken away from the fact that Bayern Munich, it's very hungry for this, and specifically Harry Kane. Especially after what they have suffered in their domestic league this season from the likes of Bayern, Leverkusen, right? It will seem as that is the only hope they are holding on to right now to what's the word now, to save face.
Yeah.
Right? But it's not emotional. It's
reality.
It's reality. The reality is what happens in the pitch at the Santiago, and I dare say that for now, Real Madrid has an edge.
They do.
That's what I.
And they are
that's how I submitted.
Chappy, boy. What's up?
Okay, let me just say this. I think, if you ask me, to be very, very honest with you, formerly I used to say Madrid are the finals. But just recently, I think 4 days ago, I had this feeling where I said to myself, there's a huge chance that Bayern Munich makes a great upset at the Bernabeu. Now, mind you, even before the Bayern-Arsenal game, I said something. I said, Bayern know they've lost their league. They are going all out for the Champions League. They would die on that flag.
They bottled it yesterday. They lost the lead.
Hold on,
they were the guys with the 2-1.
I'm talking about their league, the Bundesliga.
I understand
They bottled it. So when they knew, Leverkusen are going to win the Bundesliga, they just probably told themselves, look, the only thing we can actually
is to put our energy.
to salvage this season is the Champions League. Now, the first leg with Madrid, if there's something you notice in that game, it is the never die spirit of Bayern. They never allow themselves to be bullied by Madrid.
Yeah, to be honest, if a team was going to win that game, it would probably be Bayern.
You understand? They
That's
never
why they
allowed
lose the game now.
themselves. You know, Madrid plays this kind of game where they allow you attack them and then they hit you on the counter. But they can't even counter that much because Madrid is a team where they love when they allow you press them and then they hit you on the counter. But at the same time, they can't even counter effectively because they have pacey wing backs. We know what Davies can do to you. Davies can chase you down any hole. You understand? So I feel position for position, Madrid, Bayern, they were both equipped on every part of the pitch. When we talk about wing forwards, when we talk about strikers, when we talk about midfielders.
Leroy Sané.
Exactly.
It
That
was-
is what I'm
it
saying.
was- it was
Very
inter-
clinical
Oh,
people.
no.
So I feel going to the Bernabeu, if you ask me, now I'll give you two answers. I'll tell you, Bayern, if you ask me, I'll tell you Bayern will progress to the finals.
Oh wow!
If you ask
Big
me,
call.
I think it's 50.
I used to say yes. I
call.
used to say Madrid, but then after they progressed, after they beat Arsenal and they progressed, and I saw the way they played, I saw the fire because okay now they know they're not playing for the league, their league trophy. They're not playing for that anymore. They know that it's gone. They know this is if they are going to salvage the season, and you have a player like Harry Kane who has not won anything.
that guy.
So that guy now is going for he's
going
going
for
for the
broke.
kill. He's going
Yeah.
for look anyhow. Let's do this thing.
all die na die.
You understand? So now I feel he's going to spur the other part of his teammates and let them know that look, even if our manager is going to leave, let's at least let's give him a befitting exit. Where okay, he doesn't win the league, but the Champions League, he wins it. You understand? So if you ask me, for my own prediction, I'll tell you Bayern will progress. But if you ask me to say, okay, statistic wise, I think Madrid, because come on, man, you cannot ignore the fact that these people have won it 14 times.
Anyway,
14
at the time,
times.
Real Madrid was the best club in the world. Way back when Mourinho was coaching them, they finished with maximum points. It was Bayern that knocked them out at the Santiago Bernabeu,
You see,
only to lose it to Chelsea,
at the finals.
where
Didier
the
Drogba.
much maligned Fernando Torres took out Barcelona sprinting away. But some things were fundamental in the match yesterday. Joshua Kimmich, against all the cash we speak about, is a man in the market eye. You see, yes, Madrid has this and that, but the experiences, like he said, man for man, those defensive, those shielding in the midfield. Man City are bidding for Kimmich now. I think I hear Liverpool are also
Yeah.
in the fray. These guys, like he said, would like to live on a high. I think let's stay with what he said. The match has a rewatch value. So, however the first leg goes, however the second leg goes, whoever wins it, I think it's 50-50. It is with the audience that will be the
The
beneficiary.
benefactors.
Yeah.
And that's what I think.
That's what I love about it.
Abi?
Right?
Yeah.
And what's interesting about this particular game and why we can talk about this a lot and so much and go over and over is the other game is something most people are kind of just like PSG will probably, over two legs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Edge
Over
of
two
that.
legs. If Dortmund can pull off an upset in even one leg, you just think to yourself, Dortmund PSG, 2 90-minute games of football, you would think that PSG would be too strong.
I don't think so.
I on that game, I would definitely go with PSG, right? But I think as we speak right now, PSG is a stronger side over Dortmund, right? They have, they have one of the best players in the world, if not the best.
Maybe
player,
the best
if
player
not
in the world.
best player in the world.
If he ends up with the Champions League, you can't stop him winning the Ballon d'Or.
You get so I know Mbappe really wants to win the Ballon d'Or, So there's something in it for him outside winning the Champions League, is to finally cement himself as the undisputed best player in the world, right? So, I mean, they are also the French champions.
Yes, they're newly crowned.
You know,
Yeah.
so,
Lyon lost.
so they're the champions of the championnat. So if you look at all those things, they have everything right now in
Working
favor
for them.
for them, right? Not
They are
Dortmund.
at a better place than Madrid. Madrid are yet to wrap the league.
And
Although they are
well,
favorite,
I
all right.
mean,
but
nobody's taking
nobody's taking away from Madrid. Anyway, on talking about stories, let's move on to the Premier League. Chappie,
Yeah.
if this was a stage play, at this point of this podcast, if we're doing a stage play, here,
Okay.
all the lights would dim out and you just have one spotlight on you. Because we're about to talk about Premier League now. You people, our dear fans,
remember.
You will remember. You will bear me witness. I love the fact that our
bear me witness
You will
too.
bear us witness on this podcast. And lovely, I love this podcast. It's on YouTube. You can go watch previous episodes where Chappie here went to great lengths to tell us how that of the 3-horse race that we had in the Premier League, consisting of Manchester City, Arsenal, and Liverpool, that the people who had no chance, no hope, was Arsenal Football Club. Chappie went on to also tell us that Arsenal did not have the mentality to withstand the difficult games they had to play in the Premier League.
Please name the games. Please
They
name
had,
the
he,
games.
said, he said that
Chelsea.
Chelsea would be a stumbling block for them because it
Tottenham.
was a derby, and that Tottenham would be a stumbling block for them because it was a derby, and Arsenal would drop points, which is very, very ironic, considering the fact that Liverpool went on to lose to Everton
In their own derby.
in their own derby. And this is just my opinion. I feel like Arsenal versus Tottenham is a tougher opponent than Everton.
I mean,
That's just my opinion. I don't.
Not
Everton
your
is
opinion.
struggling.
Not your opinion. Everton are high up on the table.
Tottenham.
It's a testament to
Tottenham.
Tottenham.
Yeah.
It's a testament to who they
The quality.
are in the league as we speak compared to the location.
Of Everton.
Yes.
I said it was just my opinion because I
your
can't be.
opinion.
No, it's a fact.
Your
Yeah,
opinion is
no.
no,
I,
it's a
I
fact.
get, I they can accuse me of,
No, my brother,
of
my
vendetta.
brother, my brother.
You understand? So Chappie, talk to us a bit. I think at this point it can be generally agreed
No. Let him speak.
that Liverpool have objectively bottled their way out of possibly winning the Premier League this season.
They did.
Given that this was not
Your position.
this was not supposed to happen. This was not what you promised us. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago,
You lied to
you
us.
lied to us, bro.
Are you in love with Chappie?
You lied to us.
You
Explain
lied to us.
what
bro.
happened. Why?
Okay. 3 things.
All right.
Three things happened.
First of all, I think the players were just. I think they lost it. They lost the fight. They lost the will.
You are admitting that they capitulated.
Relax.
Did they?
Okay, lost it is different from capitulate.
Relax. Relax.
Guys.
Now
Second
the reason for the reason why see I said guy go now so let me talk. I really
Dog, I'm just helping you with the words, bro.
don't help me. I can talk for myself.
Okay.
Okay,
You're not
okay,
talking.
okay.
You're just.
See, now let me be very, very objective. Okay? Now, the reason why all those things happen, which I feel you can go back to those games where Liverpool lost, and you find out that they were not conversion power.
Oh.
They were not scoring.
Oh.
Liverpool were not scoring. I mean, it is a fact. I'm not saying this out of being a fan or anything. Even as a fan, you understand that when you see the Liverpool.
Did this begin with a draw with Man United?
For the past, wait, we
That's
played.
where it kind
Wait,
of
hold
began.
on. We played 3
Allow
games.
him! Allow him!
We played 3 games.
Who,
and those
who
th-
is we? The fans would
Now-
like to know. Who
You,
is
you
we?
know, I said something on this podcast. I said,
Bro, no. Sorry.
okay,
This man has said only one. He has to
It's true. It's true. Though.
okay,
It's
okay,
true.
okay.
Let's
Allow
allow
him.
Chappie.
Allow him.
No, but don't be saying we. Be naming the club. Let the fans, the viewers, know
Everyone know
that.
I am a Liverpool fan.
Nobody knows, bro. So people are just watching this podcast. for the first time
Exactly, brother.
Okay, you're asking me a Liverpool question because you know I'm a Liverpool fan. It's
today. No, not
obvious.
the people. The
It's
people are
everywhere.
there.
It's
Okay,
everywhere.
go ahead.
Okay.
Second
But
point.
anyways, let me just say something for a fact.
God.
Now, in 3-4 games, Liverpool had 60-something shots, and I think they scored 2 goals. It shows that the firing power were actually not
That's
enough.
very frugal.
You understand? That is number one. Number two,
Okay.
we had issue with, I think, ever since Liverpool lost that 3-0 to Atalanta,
In the
after they lost in the Europa.
God bless you. You are following, man.
Yes, after they lost the 3-0 to Atalanta in the Europa,
Mm.
I think
at Anfield.
yes, I think that exposed
Exposed.
more on the attacking prowess of
Exposed. I
one
like the
player.
sound of that.
Look, now mind you,
Only
we all
one.
know. Wait, hold on. We all know Salah was injured, and he came back recently, and he has not even. He didn't start some games. Some games he started. Some he didn't start. But we always have to be honest, and we have to face the fact. Now, when I'm saying fact, it's something you can just go down and check. Now, when you start a game with Nunes, and then you start a game where you have to put Gakpo on the left side, and then you put Diaz on the right side, which means you have placed 2 people out of their position, or let me say you've placed 1 person out of his position, and then the other person that has not been a starter. So I think that affected the fact that Liverpool couldn't perform.
That's 2, right?
That is number 2. Then the number 3, I don't know. I just think they were just unlucky. Liverpool were unlucky.
Please go ahead with your question.
No,
They were just unlucky.
sorry. You said
They were just
somebody
unlucky.
out of position.
Yeah.
What position?
We all know Diaz plays on the left, and it was taken to the right.
You know, sorry, you have your way. In a long time, we used to see Giggs Beckham swap. I used to see Zidane Figo swap. How come somebody from the right, even Robben,
So
swaps with
so-
Ribery? I
so-
don't know if I'm
Yes,
wrong.
sir.
So how come
Yeah.
somebody
Okay, let
who
me
lives
let
right to
me
the
add,
to
let me
the
add,
left?
let me
Problem
add,
for-
wait,
yeah.
let me add more to that. Let me add more to what you just said. I have seen Salah and Mane swap position. I have seen.
Was it a
I've
problem?
seen. Let me tell you something. If you're mentioning people that have swapped,
Okay, I didn't mention
you
Liverpool
understand? Because you're
example.
saying you're
you
saying it from a
mentioned
point
it.
of being sarcastic, and I understand that. I understand sarcasm properly very well.
Wow.
Now, I have seen Mane and Firmino swap position. I've seen Firmino, Salah swap positions. You understand?
Was it
Now, when-
effective?
It was effective.
So how come within the same club?
Exactly. They are
Exactly.
different individuals, my
Okay,
brother.
so it's
It
an
is
individual
different.
issue now.
So those individuals were not good enough to execute.
Wait, I want to ask a question. Sorry. I want to ask you a question. Would you take Darwin Nunes?
Would I take Darwin Nunes where?
Over who?
Over who?
Wait, would you take Darwin Nunes
over-
as
over-
your striker? Wait,
over
as your
Rasmus
center
Højlund.
man- Wait, as your center
No,
forward.
Højlund is more enforced.
Than Darwin Nunes.
I would
Yes,
say.
yes.
Okay.
See, would you take Nunes
Let
as your point
Point
9
nine.
Let me since you've directed the question.
over anybody you have
Let me
as
ask
your
my
9?
question.
Please, you ask your question. I'm so excited to hear your question. The question I have to retort your question is:
No, you answer the question first.
I'm
then-
answering
Yeah.
answering
He's the
your
host of the
question.
show.
I'm answering your
You're
question.
the host, so you know the answer question.
I'm answering your question with a
What's the
question.
answer question?
I'm-
See this guy, that interrogation, that police station with this.
I'm answering your question with
Say
a
the
question.
Oh
Chappie.
God.
Chappie.
Yeah, that one.
Oh my
In the
God.
weeks that we've been running the Center Circle podcast,
Yeah.
has it always been known to you that Darwin Nunes was not a good
Before
striker?
you made.
Or are we just discovering this now? Because
No, we just discovered now that they are
it's
losing.
just is it
Okay, now let me tell you. On this podcast, has there been any time I have come on here, even when Liverpool were scoring
My
goals,
brother.
and then I made a statement like, "Oh, Darwin Nunes is a fantastic striker." Have I made any statement like that?
Hold on. No wahala.
Maybe we should
I have
take his
praised.
question.
I have
Take
praised.
his
We
question.
will take his
I have
question.
praised Jota. I have
On
praised
this
Salah.
podcast.
I have praised Diaz.
Forget.
On this
For
podcast.
In some cases, I've praised
For this
Wait,
podcast.
be center
For this
circle.
For this.
That is
I'll
center
not
circle.
forget.
For this
my question.
ends. For this ends.
Okay,
Has there ever been a time that Chappie has come on this podcast and gone, you know what? It's going to be difficult for us to win the league with Darwin Núñez.
With the kind of form.
You
that
know
they
what?
have.
You know what? Like Darwin Núñez might be like I think we can win it, but Darwin Núñez will be an obstacle. Has that ever happened on this podcast?
Has it ever been a topic?
Who touch? Who
Has it
touch?
ever been a
No,
topic?
it's a
Who
free-
touch-
it's a volunteer.
Who touch? Who
Because I
touch?
don't want to talk about it.
Who
It's
touch
as
on
simple as
that?
that.
Please,
Okay.
We
ask
don't
your
talk about
question, bro.
everything. Yes.
Ask your question, bro.
Chase, my
Okay,
brother.
let's-
Alright. I just want to ask one question.
Okay.
Seeing how Liverpool and Arsenal has played over the last 1 month, right? What are you going to say about the Arsenal team, how they have played within the last 1 month versus your team, the Liverpool team, in the build-up to winning this EPL?
Well, I
Yeah, just to
Let me-
add one final.
No.
It's still your question. I just want to add one final line. Please, when you are giving this answer, please also give the answer bearing in mind all the things you said about Arsenal in comparison to
Facing
Liverpool
difficult
in
fixtures.
the past.
let me
Okay.
talk.
Go ahead.
Now, first of all, I think the reason he's asking this question is for him to get.
But it's not
Is for him to get.
Leave his reason.
Leave
Just
my
give him
reason, just
answer.
answer
It's
your
for him
question.
to. It's for. Wait, listen now. It's for him to get that. You know that statement from me where I'll say, "Oh,
Okay,
Arsenal are
it
this
is
and
it.
that."
It is it.
No, if it's a
It's
fact,
right. No.
But let me. But let me.
It is it. I
But let
answer.
me say
Answer.
something. But let me say something to you guys. Liverpool have not played great football. Okay.
Okay.
Now I don't know about any.
Compared to who?
I don't know about any other team. But I know
Hey!
Liverpool have not played great football.
Hey!
City played great
And
football.
I think that's all I have to say.
Hey!
Thank you very much.
Chappie Chase, I ask you again.
Thank you very much.
Chappie Chase.
Okay, no,
No,
my
no,
point
hold
is
on, please,
Liverpool has
please,
not played great
please.
football.
We are
Yes,
Compared
recently.
to-
No.
compared to-
No,
Compared to City.
And
no. Liverpool has not
And
played
City.
good. I'm asking you a specific clause. Chappie Chase.
only
I'm
City,
asking-
only
Chappie
City has
Chase.
become two
Chappie
clubs.
Chase. I'm asking you a specific question about the Arsenal
So who is
team.
topping the
Wait,
league
no.
City.
City.
Is that what the table says?
I don't know. But City are winning.
Are you
City are
forbidden from
winning.
mention the name Arsenal?
City are winning the league.
Chappie
That's all.
Chase.
Well,
Chappie Chase.
I hope
Chappie
not.
Chase. Chappie Chase. My brother, my friend. Please answer my question.
Yeah.
Simple. What would you say?
I've never seen a man.
Let him land,
I've
let him land,
I've
let him
never
land.
seen.
Ask the
I've never
question,
seen a
bro.
man seek attention from another man the way this
I
man
gave
is
him
doing.
a
No,
close
it's a
before,
question,
and
it's
that's
a
why he
He's
tried to
seeking
remarrow.
validation from me so bad, bro.
It's not validation.
Are you lonely, bro?
It's not validation.
Relax.
No, let
Then
him
relax.
finish.
I'm lonely at the top. I'm lonely at the top, bro. It's a simple question, Chappie Chase.
Yeah, you don't need my validation, bro. I answered the
What
question
can
you
you
asked.
say?
Thank you very much.
No, I'm asking a different question.
Okay.
What would you say? What are your comments about the Arsenal team in the last 3 weeks? The way we have played in the run-up to winning the
In
EPL.
the run up to be on
Except,
the top of the league.
listen.
Today.
Except this is an interrogation.
It is.
If
Chappie
if
Chase.
this is an interrogation. I remember last week.
Chappie Chase,
I remember
no.
last week when I
Chappie
said.
Chase, no.
I remember last week when I said if
Chappie.
Arsenal progresses, or if Arsenal progresses to the next
You
round,
had a lot to say
I will
about
put on an Arsenal
Arsenal.
jersey.
No, we
You
have
guys-
gone
you guys-
past that. We have
You
gone
guys
past
did not.
that.
You guys did
That's
not.
not what
You guys
he's
did not.
asking.
You guys did not marinate on that particular.
No, we
topic.
did.
You guys
We
just
did,
said-
now.
You made a statement.
We
and just
did.
said- No, you
No,
made
we
a-
did.
You made a statement and
We
you
did.
left.
It's-
I am not going to
You
talk
should go
about
back
that.
and watch it.
I don't want to talk about this. I'm done. I'm not talking
Does
about
he
this.
have short
I am
memory?
done. Listen, I
Chappie.
am
And
done
you said we
talking
didn't
about this.
marinate on that conversation. You were so
Yeah,
excited.
let me
Chappie.
remind you.
Now,
Let me remind you. You guys
nah.
just said everything Chappie said last week was correct. He said Arsenal was
Chappie
not gonna progress,
Chase.
blah, 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 blah. And that was it.
Chappie
Why
Chase.
didn't you ask him why they did not progress? Now you're asking me why Liverpool are playing shitty.
No.
I don't want to have
Answer.
anything to say about it. Thank you very
I can
much.
tell you the
Answer.
reason.
I will give you a
Answer.
Mourinho type of response. Thank you very much.
Answer.
I choose not to speak.
I can tell you. I can
Answer.
tell
I
you
choose
the
not to
reason.
speak, please.
I can tell you the reason.
Okay.
The reason that we ask you these questions is that right here on the Center Circle podcast,
Mhm.
Chooks is an Arsenal fan. You are a Liverpool fan. Both of you, for a while in this season, until Liverpool's recent capitulation,
Thank you for that.
were in a 3-horse title race.
Yeah.
Now, every time we talked about this 3-horse title race, Chooks would speak about his confidence in Arsenal and Arsenal prevailing. You would speak about your confidence in Liverpool,
Then-
but you would also go to great lengths to speak about how you do not see Arsenal posing
I don't
any
even
sort
talk
of
about
threat
Liverpool.
whatsoever.
Because of the difficult fixtures.
Again, I can hardly remember Chooks specifically pointing out or talking about Liverpool fixtures. Hardly. I can very much remember you, and you would remember yourself.
Yes.
You talking about Arsenal fixtures and how they would not stand a chance, and they will eventually.
And what did I say?
You said they didn't have the mentality.
Okay.
They've never been there before. To quote you, you said Man City and Liverpool have done this rodeo before, where it was win. You
Yeah.
have to keep winning, and any team lose. So it's only fair that we revisit your previous comments, given the context of what has played out.
Okay.
Chappie
And
Chase,
then
So it's
Answer
not
my
even that.
question.
and I
It's
feel
only
I
fair.
feel I have said what I have to say about this.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
I have a question. I have a
Okay,
final
okay.
question. I have a final question. There are how many games have been played? Arsenal have played how many games?
35.
35.
More
Arsenal.
than City.
Okay, so two
No,
more.
one more than City.
I think it's
Okay.
one more than
City
City.
will draw the one outstanding.
Yes, sir.
I think it's one more than City, so 35, 6,
Who
7,
has City
8.
played?
So that's three more
I think
games.
Wolves.
Yeah.
That's three more
till the
games
season is
till
done.
the season is done. Chappie, I want to ask you, in the Premier League this season, Arsenal, Liverpool, who has been the better team?
Arsenal, Liverpool has been the better team in the Premier League or generally.
My brother, it's a simple
This
question.
season-
Premier League.
This season, who have been better this season?
No, I said in the Premier League this season, Arsenal, Liverpool, who has been the better team? Little Giants. That's my just.
Radio silence.
Okay.
Can you like a bit closer to the microphone? Just
Like I said before,
No, just name the club.
Just a little bit.
I really don't want to have anything to say about this Arsenal game. So thank you very much.
22 levels.
Ah,
22
God.
levels. Just locate where you are.
Moving on.
Moving on.
He don't do you. It's okay. It's okay.
Chelsea
See,
first.
I know they're pressured by anybody.
First of his name.
You don't understand.
Starting the first.
I know they're
Ladies,
pressured by
moving on.
anybody.
And gentlemen, we have come to another end of this Central Circle podcast
You don't
episode.
feel
We're going to go on to the
You don't
trivia.
Yeah, some clubs have been relegated. Oh.
Some
I mean,
clubs.
shout out to them and the click they came. That's all. They went, Luton was
That's
not,
the live from 2 pipes rap.
Luton was
No,
No, Sheffield.
Luton was
Sheffield.
Luton was never
Luton.
Premiership.
Sheffield are confirmed.
Luton was never Premiership. Standard.
Well, they are yet to be confirmed, but they are still
Bro,
in waiting.
bro.
Luton.
Sheffield, please.
Luton.
Nottingham Forest.
See, again, ladies and gentlemen, always fun talking with my bros about football. But we've moved on to the
question.
point where I don't talk with my bros about football. I ask my bros questions.
Oh man.
Very concise. It's just three
Let's
questions
go.
a piece.
Let's go.
And on today's episode is very, very simple. I'm going to say the names of clubs a player has played for. Each of these players have played for your clubs, your respective clubs. I'm going to say the names of the clubs that they've played for, and you're going to guess the player.
Okay.
Really simple. So we start with Arsenal. This is a player who played for Metz, Marseille, Arsenal, Villarreal, and Aston Villa. Who's the player?
The clubs are too plenty.
Too much,
The
bro.
clubs they played for are too plenty.
Repeat the clubs
Come
again.
again.
Metz, Marseille, Arsenal, Villarreal, and Aston Villa. I'll give you a little bit of a
What
When I say-
position?
when I say hint.
Please do.
Okay. What position? Midfielder. I'll give you a little bit of an extra way to look at it. Just think, what player did Arsenal sign for Marseille and sell, or when he left Arsenal, he went to Villarreal? But the player, Metz, Marseille, Arsenal, Villarreal, Aston Villa.
I know this name. It's just. I know. I actually know this answer. It's not anybody in our team currently.
Mm-hmm.
It's not anybody in our team currently.
this is someone from the 2012-13 period. I know who you're talking about. I just can't get the name.
I'm going to start
Wait.
counting down from 20.
Carlos Vela.
Wrong. The
I think
I'm
answer,
coming. Hold on.
Santi Cazorla.
no.
Is it Reyes? Jose Antonio Reyes.
Reyes.
Liverpool question. This player played for Manchester City, Chelsea, Bolton, Liverpool, West Brom, Trabzonspor,
Daniel Sturridge.
Daniel Sturridge. Wow. Wow.
So Storage was at Bolton,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
but JJ had left.
That's two now for Chappie Chase. I've got to say, there's some people. Well, anyway, if you get all three, that's when I'll address
He's a
this.
fan through and through.
Next question is for Manchester United. This player played for West Ham United, AFC Bournemouth, Leeds United, Manchester United, and Queen's Park Rangers.
Hey, why did you ask Quiz Park?
That's simple. Now.
That
I thought
it is kind of
I
simple.
thought it's Rio Ferdinand.
It is Rio
It
Ferdinand.
is now.
Yeah.
It is him now.
It is Rio
Good,
Ferdinand.
I got it.
I tell you, we'll get him.
Correct. So 2-2. Arsenal try now.
My brother.
How many have Arsenal scored?
0.
Meaning they'll win the league.
Yeah.
That's the last one. That's the last one we're going
let's
here.
go.
So last Arsenal question. This player played for Schalke 04, then AC Milan, then Borussia Dortmund, then Arsenal, then VfB Stuttgart, and back again to Arsenal.
Nigga.
Sir?
That's Rosiski.
No, that's not Thomas Rosicky.
He said he played from Dortmund to where?
From Schalke to AC Milan to Borussia Dortmund to Arsenal to VfB Stuttgart to
Aubameyang.
Arsenal. No.
No.
I will say the names of the clubs again.
Go again.
Schalke 04, AC Milan,
I know him.
Borussia Dortmund, Arsenal, Stuttgart, Arsenal.
Leno.
The answer is
Almunia.
Jens Lehmann.
Lehmann.
Jens Lehmann. I thought, the reason I said the clubs again was I was thinking if I say German clubs, you might click that it was a German goalkeeper. After I said. I don't think there has been an episode on the Center Circle podcast where someone has not answered any questions correctly. But we have that today in Arsenal. 0 correct answers. Liverpool question. Now,
This
this
guy
type.
is so excited. So excited.
Abi, as you don't see league
wants to
win,
know
you
that.
win this one.
You not see league.
No, I dey let am know football heritage. Na
He's
normal
just
thing now. Na
excited.
normal thing. No,
He say
normal
football.
thing.
Bro,
He say
let me
football
hear
heritage.
Na normal
Okay.
thing.
Okay. Liverpool question. This player played for Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen, Liverpool, Juventus, and Borussia Dortmund.
Emre Can.
Emery Chan. Emery Chan is the correct answer.
Chappie Chase.
Don't
Ladies and
play with me,
gentlemen,
bro.
do
Don't,
not-
please.
do not-
Don't
Chap-
play.
Chappie Chase does not have a wife. He doesn't have kids. He doesn't have a girlfriend. He doesn't. Liverpool Football Club is this man's life. This man wakes up in the morning and walks in front of the mirror and sings "You Never Walk Alone." I'm not joking. Like this guy, yo. Manchester United question. We'll know if we'll have a tie this week or not. Man United question. This player played for Red Star Belgrade, Spartak Moscow, Manchester United, Inter Milan.
Hi. Is it Nemanja Vidic?
It is, in fact, Nemanja Vidic.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie. Arsenal, Manchester United, and Liverpool. Which coincidentally the two most successful clubs in England.
And we actually got tied last week. We all answered our questions last week too.
Look at Chappie's smile.
No, come
oh my
on,
God.
If you see someone that knows his,
Look at
when you
Chappie's
see someone that
face.
knows his ropes,
Best in
man, you
history.
know.
He's so happy.
When you know someone that knows his,
He's so
his
happy.
job,
But,
you
bro,
know what
I
I'm saying?
will give it to you. You are a Liverpool fan through and through. Trinks, why you start to watch Arsenal? This one where...
No, for real. I think 97, 97, 98.
Okay, you were still battling in the rain by then.
No, come on, I wasn't battling in the
97.
rain. No, come on.
Jokes.
Bro, I watched.
Say the truth, we will not tell
I
anybody.
watched
Eh,
bro,
I'm
I watched
97,
Italian,
bro.
bro,
See how-
97.
bro, I watched Italian 90. I watched the 1994 World Cup. so don't
No,
play.
No.
but you are better than me. The first
So don't
world
play.
football I watched, listen,
Yeah.
as a full conscious human being,
Yeah.
was Nigeria, Egypt, US 94.
No,
And-
no.
And
Nations Cup, Tunisia 94.
and that year's World Cup. That
So
was the first ball match.
if
I
you-
watched.
if
No, I watched some
parents
I watched
were
some
watching
games. I watched some games.
when I got back from
I watched
school.
some games.
And the
Italian
match
90.
ended 0-0.
But
Nigeria,
full
Egypt.
consciousness for me, football was I think Japan 93.
You guys have been watching football for a long time. I mean, 1993, 94.
No, we are calling your year of birth. Don't be embarrassed.
No vex, no vex. But yeah, but to be
No, but
fair,
you will soon be 30. Make sure you call him.
my,
Sure, birthday
my
party.
uncles, no problem.
But-
To respect to whom it is due. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been another fun episode of the Central Circle podcast. There's so much more
shout
to
out to
look
my
forward
brother
to.
Cappy Chase.
Shout out to Capicheso. Without you,
Shout out to Liverpool.
bro, shout out to
What are they winning
Liverpool.
this season apart from the one they've already won?
It's all done and dusted.
What have United won this season?
Okay,
Bro.
we'll discuss
United are not
that.
contesting
We will
anything.
discuss.
Relax now.
We have-
we
United
will-
have many
Person when they can do
female
they put hand for
footballers.
pocket.
We will discuss that issue on the next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun. Catch you guys next week. Goodbye.